Hey everyone, today I'm playing Gloomhaven. I've had this game for a while and I just haven't had the time to play it. So I've decided to relearn how to play it and give it a go. Before you watch this video, please watch my introduction video. It'll give you a brief introduction of the game and also provide some links to other videos which explain how the game is played. Today I'll be playing the first scenario called Black Barrow. I've created a brand new party. I am playing the Brute and the Spellweaver. So this game can be played by yourself. You can play between 2 and 4 characters. I think from a manageability point of view, I'm going to stick with just 2 characters and see how it goes. Anyway, let's get to it. Everyone needs to eat. Whatever your reason for coming to Gloomhaven, out here on the edge of the world, that simple fact is never going to change. A mercenary can't fight on an empty stomach. So when Jexera, a Valrath woman wearing a red cloak and enough gold jewelry to keep you fed for a decade, approaches you in the Sleeping Lion and offers to pay you 10 gold coins to track down a thief and retrieve some stolen goods, well, it seems like as good an excuse as any to sober up and start paying off your tab. This thief has taken some important documents, says the red-skinned merchant, her tail whipping about in agitation. I don't care what you do to him, just bring back what is mine. Based on Jexera's description, it was easy enough to knock around a few alley thugs and get a location of the thieves' hideout. You don't find yourself as a mercenary way out in Gloomhaven without knowing how to crack a few skulls. So your target is the Black Barrow. Sounds like a lovely place. Now, before I go to Black Barrow, I've already purchased some equipment for each of my characters. For the Spellweaver, I bought the Cloak of Invisibility and the Minor Power Potion. Each character starts with 30 gold when you create a new party, and I've spent all 30 gold on those 2 items. For the Brute, I bought Boots of Striding and a Minor Healing Potion. Again, I've spent all 30 gold. Now, every time I'm in the city, I can run a city event, and the city event are done with city cards. I've already shuffled my starting deck of 30 cards, and I'm just going to pull the first card off the top. You are attending to a business in the sinking market when a frail white-haired woman approaches you and grabs you by the arm. "Oh my, don't you look strong," she says. "Could you possibly assist me with a small problem I'm having in my cellar?" Her eyes grow narrow. "Rats, so many rats. I don't know where they're coming from, but they are a right nuisance. Ruined 3 jars of preserves just yesterday." She tugs weakly at your sleeve. "Please, can you help me?" The party has 2 options. Option A, decline to help the old woman. Option B, agree to help with a rat infestation. Part of me wants to help the old woman, but I'm really suspicious. So let's go agree to help with a rat infestation, option B. You smile broadly and ask the woman to lead you to her house. It is a ramshackle dwelling half sunk into the muddy foundation, and inside there are certainly a lot of rats. You kill as many as you can, but in her cellar you find a large hole leading to a section of sewer that recently collapsed, leaving the pests with nowhere else to go. The woman thanks you for at least helping her to be able to sleep tonight and hands you a few coins. Gain 2 gold each. Well, that's a good outcome. I've got character sheets for each character, so I'm going to mark the gold on here. Before I travel to Black Barrow, I want to explain one more thing. Each character gets what's called a personal quest. And this is something that it's a reason for adventuring. And the goal as a player is to try to achieve your personal quest. So for the Spellweaver, again, these are randomly drawn. I've already drawn one. The Spellweaver's personal quest is called Battle Legend. It is time you made a name for yourself. Any mercenary can go out and get the job done. But you are not just any mercenary. You want to do it in style, to have the stories of your battles told by bards and taverns across the known world. If you do not leave behind a legend after you are gone, then what was the point of living? The goal is to earn 15 check marks for completed battle goals. I'll get into battle goals in a minute. 15 check marks is a lot, so this is going to take a while. The Brute's personal quest is called The Thin Places. The air is thin in Gloomhaven. Well, not the air exactly, but whatever is behind the air. Like there is something on the other side, pressing and scratching to get out. This troubles you greatly. You have decided to travel to a number of locations in the surrounding area and study this phenomenon further. With luck, the air won't get any thinner. The quest is to complete 6 side scenarios with a scenario number greater than 51. Now, these quests stay with the character until they are completed, and when they are completed, the character retires, and I create a new character. All right, We are ready to travel to Black Barrow. So we're traveling from Gloomhaven, which is the main town, to any other area. We have to complete what is called a road event. Again, I've already shuffled the cards, and I just draw from the top. You are feeling a tad hungry as you walk down the road. You are considering stopping for a meal when you come across a thicket of bushes covered in red berries. The berries look delicious, but you hesitate. They could be poisonous. Pretty easy options here. Option A, eat the berries. Option B, pass by the berries and just eat your normal rations. I'm going to play it safe here and just pass by the berries and eat my normal rations, so option B. Not wanting to regret making a stupid decision, you refrain from eating the berries and continue down the road. No effect. That's good. They were poisonous, so good choice. Oh, good. So both the city and the road came out unscathed, so now we go right to the dungeon. Black Barrow. Goal is to kill all the enemies. The hill is easy enough to find. A short journey past the Newmarket Gate, and you see it jutting out on the edge of the corpsewood, looking like a rat under a rug. Moving closer, you see the mound is formed from a black earth. Its small, overgrown entrance presents a worn set of stone stairs leading down into the darkness. As you descend, you gratefully notice light emanating from below. Unfortunately, the light is accompanied by the unmistakable stench of death. You contemplate what kind of thieves would make their camp in such a horrid place as you reach the bottom of the steps. Here you find your answer. A rough group of cutthroats who don't seem to have taken very kindly to your sudden appearance. One in the back matches the description of your quarry. Take care of these unfortunates, he says, backing out of the room. You can vaguely make out his silhouette as he retreats down a hallway and through a door to his left. Well, it's not every day we get people stupid enough to hand deliver their valuables to us, grins one of the larger bandits, unsheathing a rusty blade. We'll be killing you now. Joke's on them. If you had any valuables, you probably wouldn't be down here in the first place. Now, the way these scenarios play out is there's usually several rooms, and you only play the first room you come across, and then you populate the other rooms as you go. So in the first room, there's 3 bandit guards. One of them is what's called an elite. He's got more strength, and 2 of them are regular. I have the options of where to place my starting characters. I've decided to place them here with the brute in front. Monsters will always target the enemy closest to them. I want to keep the brute between the enemies and my spellweaver just because my spellweaver is a little more squishy in terms of health. The way a round works is each character plays 2 cards out of their hand, and their hand is fixed to a certain number. It's 8 for the spellweaver and 10 for the brute. You play 2 cards, you do the top action on one card and the bottom action on the other. Monsters have their own set of cards. There's a whole set of rules that govern exactly what happens. So hopefully I'll get everything right this first time around. So I've got Mana Bolt and Flame Strike. Both of them have attack with range. I'm going to use my Flame Strike as my lead card. Now you can pick which of your 2 cards is going to be your lead card, and all your lead card does is determine initiative. The initiative means which in the group goes first. And I actually don't want to go first because I want the monsters to get a little bit closer to get within my range. I'm going to pick the Flame Strike as my starting card, even though I don't need to use it as my first card. All I have to do is top of one and bottom of the other. Doesn't matter which one once I pick the cards. Now for the brute, I don't know what the monster's going to do yet. I got to pick my cards first. I'm going to go with Leaping Cleave and Sweeping Blow. My cards are picked. In this first room, I just have bandit guards. So in the monster pile, which I've already shuffled, turn over. Guard card has initiative 35, so thankfully they go just before my spellweaver does. But their move is -1, so this is considered a modifier card. Their base movement for the bandit guard, for the elite guard it's 3, and for the normal guards it's 2. So you take 1 off that, so the bandit guards will travel 2 and 1 respectively. And the attack modifier is 0, and their range is 2. Ooh, didn't realize they had a range to their attack. So for each round, you look at who's got the initiative. In this case, it's the guards. Oh, elites always go first, and then the normal ones. So the elite guard's going to go first. He's going to target the brute because he's closer. He has a base movement of 3, -1. So he's going to move 2, but he's got a range of 2. And according to the rules, if you have a ranged attack and you're next to your target, you will get what's called disadvantage, which means in your modifier cards. And did I forget to get my monster modifier deck? I did. I'll put it there. Each character has their own set of modifier cards, which are additional bonuses or negative effects to go with each action. So the Bandit Guard could move 2, but to get within range, he only needs to move 1. So he's only going to move 1. Basically, the monsters always get into the position that's the best for the attack that they're going to do. So he'll move 1, 2 squares away. Oh, sorry, I got that wrong. Go back here. The Bandit Guard's base movement is 2. Well, it works out to be the same. 2 minus 1, he can only move 1, which is exactly what he needs to do to get into range of the brute. Now he's going to attack. His attack strength is 3, and I add to that a modifier. Oh, thank goodness. The modifier is minus 2, so he attacks with 1. That means I take 1 damage. So I'll take one of my little red Lego pieces off my brute. Oh, crap. Back up. I forgot to give battle goals for each character. Before going into battle, ideally before going into battle, each character gets a battle goal. And a battle goal is just a way of earning experience or gaining check marks on your card. And check marks are a way to unlock additional perks for your character, or in the case of the Spellweaver, to complete her personal goal. So I'm going to deal 2 cards to each player, and they get to pick which one they want to do. So I'll go with the Spellweaver here. Is either Zealot or Layabout. Layabout is gain 7 or fewer experience points during the scenario. That actually is pretty easy to do. Zealot. Have 3 or fewer total cards in your hand and discard at the end of the scenario. But the Layabout gives 2 check marks. I'm going to pick the Layabout one. For the Brute, Workhorse. Gain 13 or more experience points during the scenario for 1 check mark, or loot a treasure tile overlay during a scenario. Plunderer. There is a treasure tile in this one, so I'm going to pick that one and let him get the treasure, hopefully, and get a check mark. Okay, so I should have done that before I started, but it doesn't really impact anything right now. But there's always a battle goal, and I always shuffle the deck for that. Okay, the Bandit Elite Guard had taken his turn. So now I need the 2 normal guards to take their turn. So again, the normal guards have a base movement of 2. They use the same modifier card, or the same ability card, so minus 1, and they have the same ranged attack. Now, there's 2 normal guards. Which one goes first? Well, they go in according to what numbers are on their place cards, and the numbers are randomly assigned. And by random, I mean I don't look at the numbers when I pick the characters and put them on the board. So number 1 is here. He'll go first, and he's going to focus on the Brute because he's the closest. So he's just going to move 1. He's within range of his attack. I pick a separate attack modifier card for him, and I got the Null card. So Null means that his attack basically is worthless, doesn't do any damage. So I'm lucking out so far. Now for this next guard, same thing. He can move 1 because he's got a -1 modifier. He can move through other monsters, but he can't land on the same tile as the other monsters. I can still count the distance through the monster though. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 2 equal paths to get to my character. If there's multiple choices that are equally as good, I get to decide. So I will move him here. He's still 3 hexes away from the Brute, so he actually can't attack. Awesome. Oh, and this says when you draw the Null card, there's a shuffle symbol, so this means to put this back in the deck at the end of the round. Next in the initiative order is the Spellweaver. So I'm going to do the Mana Bolt first. So Mana Bolt is attack 2, range 3. So I'm going to target this guy, and if I successfully attack, I consume an element, but there's no elements to be consumed. And if I consumed an element, I'd get +1 attack, and I would have got an experience point. But since there's no elements on the board, I will not get that experience point. So it's just an attack of 2, range of 3. Here's my attack modifier pile, +0, so it's just an attack of 2. So bandit number 1 gets hit with 2 health. So on the sleeve for bandit guard number 1, I'm going to put 2 of these health tokens here to indicate that he's taken 2 damage. And his total is 5, so he's down to 3. For the second card, Flame Strike, attack of 2, range of 2. Nobody is in range, so I could move up to 2. So if I want to get my next attack to be within range, I could move to But you know what? I don't want to. I will just stay where I am. So I'm not gonna utilize my second card. So these go into my lost pile, which is over here. No, goes in my discard pile, which is here. Okay, time for the brute. Both of my attacks require me to be in melee range, and one of my attacks can target more than one person. So I'm going to use Leaping Cleave. Oh, and I can jump over them. 1, 2, I can move up to 3. I can actually jump behind them. Oh, I kind of want to do that because it's got the jump symbol, which means I can leap over them. So I think I want to jump behind them, and then with my sweeping blow, I can target 3 enemies at once. So I'm going to go 1, 2, he's going to jump in behind everybody here. So I used my Leaping Cleave, and it puts the air element into the infusion table. Now I'm going to use Sweeping Blow to attack all 3 enemies. Now I get an attack modifier for each different character, so this is going to be exciting. Okay, so I'm going to attack number 1 here first. So I'll draw a modifier card for that. +0. Okay, well, it's too bad because I could have got rid of him. But I do 2 attack. So that's another 2 damage to bandit number 1. Now I'll do the elite in the middle. Oh, again, +0. 2 damage. So the elite bandit guard's down to 9. And then for number 4, boo, -1. So I only do 1 damage to guard number 4. And put my cards into the discard pile. So that's the end of round 1. I shuffle this because it's got a shuffle symbol in it. My decks stay the way they are. They otherwise only get shuffled if you run out of cards. Now at the end of your round, you can either do a short rest or a long rest. What resting does is it allows you to recover your discard pile. But every time you do that, you lose 1 card permanently. So I still have plenty of cards in my hand. I don't need to rest. So I'm going to pick the brute here first because he's the closest one. I'll pick what cards I want to do. I'm going to use Provoking Roar. My brute is surrounded by bandits. So assuming they don't get a ranged attack, they're going to attack him. So one of my cards is Shield Bash, and I get a shield. And it's got a very low initiative number. So does the Provoking Roar. So I'm going to use Provoking Roar and Shield Bash. Put Provoking Roar on top just so that I get the low initiative value, so I get to go first. Now for the Spellweaver. So I'm going to use Fire Orbs. The intent is to use the bottom of Fire Orbs and the top of Freezing Nova. I want to put Freezing Nova on top here just for the initiative, which is 21. Excellent. We are in round 2. Okay, again, I'm going to pick a modifier card for the guard. What's the guard going to do? Ah, awesome. They don't get any bonus to move and no bonus to attack. So basically it's a wash. Okay, so the guards have initiative of 50. My brute has 10. My Spellweaver has 21. So the brute this time goes first. And first thing I want to do is I want to shield, because I'm surrounded by enemies, so I want to shield. So I'm shielding myself. I get 1 armor. And then for Provoking Roar, I do an attack of 2 and a disarm. Well, I'm going to attack the bandit commander because it'll disarm him. What's my attack modifier going to be? +0, that's fine. The elite number 6 gets disarmed, meaning he can't attack this round. Awesome. And I do 2 damage to him. 2 damage to the elite guard. He's down to 5. Next up in the initiative is my Spellweaver. So I'm going to use the bottom of Fire Orbs, which is move 3. Target all adjacent enemies. Adjacent meaning adjacent to me. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then Freezing Nova. Oh, hang on here. I forgot. In the last round, I put an element into play. I have to move it down to waning. It's still active, but it moved from strong. So I should have done that at the end of the last round. I can attack 2 and target all adjacent enemies, and they get immobilized. I can target both of these guys. I get a modifier for each one. So I'm going to start with the normal guy here. Oh, be nice. Be nice, be nice. +0, that's fine. So 2 damage to bandit number 1. He's only got 5 health. He's already got 4 damage. That basically kills bandit number 1. You're gone. Now, when a monster gets eliminated, you put a money token on the board. Players can loot the money tokens if they're standing on the token at the end of the round, or they have a loot ability. The other adjacent enemy is the elite guard. Card for him. Wow, a lot of plus zeros. So I just do 2 damage and immobilize. So not only is he disarmed, he's immobilized. Can't move, can't attack. That's awesome. And 2 damage, so he's up to 6. So I'm going to grab one of my 5 tokens here, because I'm running out of room on the board here. So he has 4 damage plus 2, that's 6. So he's got 6 damage now. And now my turn is done. So the elite monster would normally go first, but he's disarmed, so he can't attack, and he's immobilized, so he can't move. The other bandit guard could move, but he doesn't need to, because he's within range of the brute. So he's just going to flat out attack. And his attack is 2, but I have an armor of 1, so I take 1 damage from that. Oh, I have to draw a modifier card. Plus 1. All right, so he does a attack value of 2, plus 1 is 3, but my shield is 1, so I get 2 damage. 7 health on my brute. So that is the end of that round. So for cleanup, make sure I move this to inert. There's no shuffling that needs to get done. This is now, my shield is now not active anymore. Round number 3. I'm not going to do a rest or anything. I think I'm good. I'm going to start with the brute again. I haven't used any of my potions or whatever. I'm going to use warding strength for this round. An eye for an eye. I'm going to put eye for an eye on top just so I get the initiative of 18. For the Spellweaver, I'm going to use frost armor and impaling eruption. And I'm going to put frost armor on top for the initiative of 20. All right, what are the monsters going to do? They have initiative of 30. Awesome, I get to go first. Going first is always great, especially when you're attacking. Oh, and the immobilize and the disarm effects have gone away on the bandit guard. I should have done that at the end of the round. Okay, brute goes first here. Initiative of 18. So I'm going to perform first a heal on myself of 2. That can now be discarded. And attack of 3. So if I'm lucky, I'm going to be able to get rid of the elite guard here. So I'm going to target the elite guard, attack of 3. Be nice, be nice. Ah, -1. It's also got a push. So the push will push the attacker away from me. So I'm going to hit him for 2 hit points. So he gets hit for 2 and he gets pushed. So I'm going to push him 1, 2. He's down to 1 when that card is done. So my turn is over for the brute. Now, well, I have an attack with a range of 3, an attack of 2. I could get rid of the elite guard. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to use the top of frost armor, which is attack 2. Crap! Oh, I was so close to getting rid of the elite guard, but I drew a null card. So that means my attack has been nullified. Boo. Well, for my second option then, I can move. I can move up to 4. Well, I'm going to move then onto the money token, so I can loot it at the end of the round. Now for the guards, again, the elite guard goes first. He's got a move of 2 with a bonus of 1. Now the closest enemy, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, they're equally close. If they have equal options, they go whoever had the lowest initiative number. I should have kept that up. I started with 20 initiative there, and this one had 18. So if there's a tie, the monster wants to attack the one with the lowest initiative, the one who acted first in the round. So 1, 2, and he'll attack the brute because he's got lower initiative than the Spellweaver. And he's going to attack for a base amount of 4. Ooh, that's a big attack. The bonus, -1. Oh, and he had an attack of -1 already, so it's -1, -1. So he hits my brute for 1. I don't have any armor on right now. For the second one, he doesn't need to move because he's already next to the brute. He'll just attack the brute. Base attack is 2, -1, so he's got a 1 attack, plus 0. So he attacks for 1, he hits me for 1. Well, I'm so glad I healed. And that's the end of round 3. So I drew a null, so I got to shuffle this back into the deck, which means I can draw it again. That's great. Now I'm running out of cards. I'm going to perform a short rest for my Spellweaver. With a short rest, I have to randomly lose 1 card. Not even gonna look at it. That's just lost. But I recovered everything from my discard pile. For the brute, I still have a lot of cards left, so I don't need to do a short rest. Both of them have attack, so I'm going to use Trample and Spare Dagger. What am I going to do for Spellweaver here? Oh, I forgot. Since I'm standing on that tile, I get to loot coin, so I get coin there. So I'm picking Flame Strike for this round. This is round number 4, and Fire Orbs. Okay, for the guards. Oh, the guards get a shield, and they can poison. Eesh. That's not good. And they go first. Yay. He's going to attack the brute because he's earlier in the initiative order. He doesn't have any bonus to his attack, but he gets to poison, which is not great. Poison is not great because it's persistent. I have to get a poison token here. I am now poisoned. He has an attack of 3. Poison gives him an attack of 1 plus... Oh! That is horrible. He has a base attack of 3, bonus of poison, which is plus 1, and 2 times. So he's actually going to hit my brute for 8, which is 1 more health than I actually have. Now, this doesn't mean I'm dead. Whenever any damage is dealt to a character, the player has 2 options. Suffer the damage, or choose a card to lose from his hand, or 2 cards from the discard pile to negate the damage. Any additional effects of the attack are still applied. So, in this case... my hand is over here. I'm going to choose to lose. I'm going to lose grab and go because it's just got loot or move. So I'm going to lose that from my hand. That's not my active. This is my discard. This is my hand. These are my active cards for this round. So I can only lose from there or there. 1 card from my hand to negate that hit. Otherwise I would have been gone. Okay, so I'm still in the game, but I lost a card. Next guard gets he's going to attack the brute. He has an attack of 2 plus 0 and poison, but I can't be poisoned twice. So he gets an attack of 3 on me. That I can absorb. Still nasty. And the guard's turn's done. Okay, the brute. I'm going to use Trample first. Attacking guard number 4, which is the normal guard. Attack for 3. Pierce of 2. Now, I'm pretty sure Pierce just means I can ignore the armor. Be nice. Attack modifier. Plus 1. Sweet. Okay, attack of 3, plus 1. I can ignore... The guard has 1 armor, but I get a pierce of 2, so I just ignore the armor. So I do 4 damage to guard number 4, which... he already had 1 damage. That kills him. He's done. Guard number 4 is off the map. And we'll put a money token on the board. Now I can attack again. Now my second card, the bottom half, is attack 2. So I'm going to attack the elite guard. Another modifier card. Again, plus 1. Woohoo! I hit him for 3. He's got an armor of 1. So I only hit him for 2. But he's already at 8 damage. His health is 9. So again, he's done. All the enemies in the first room are done. That goes in my discard pile. So for the Spellweaver then, I just have move. Because there's nothing to attack. But rather than open that door, I'm going to move so I can loot a token at the end of the round. And then the other card I just don't use. Okay, that is the end of round number 4. So the guard has a shuffle symbol here on his deck, so I'm going to shuffle his deck. I can collect that money token I just landed on. Now for the brute, I'm going to use my healing potion. So this gets discarded once I used it. Healing potion is heal 3. So I'm going to heal myself for 3. And by healing I can remove the poison. I only have 1 active card left on my brute. Okay, start of round number 5. My brute, I'm declaring what's called a long rest. By long resting, I get to heal for 2. I get to choose which of my discard cards I can lose. And I can refresh any items that are able to, which I don't have any that can be refreshed. Okay, so if I do a long rest, I can't act at all during the turn. So my initiative value is considered to be 99. Spellweaver, though, can do something, and the main thing I want her to do, might as well loot that coin, and then move. Start of round number 5. I've picked my 2 cards. I'm using Impaling Eruption and Ride the Wind. So I can move, and in doing so, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 gets me to the door, and then I'm going to back off 1. So 1, 2, I'm going to open that door. 3. Now the moment I open the door, I have to populate all the monsters in this room. There's 2 traps. that are put in front of this door. Those are my damage traps. Now we've got 2 more bandit guards. One goes there, one goes there. And in the back of the room is an elite bandit archer, way back there. The moment a new room is revealed, any monsters in there get an ability card immediately turned over, and they are allowed to immediately attack. I'm going to finish my turn though, and jump back 1 to here. And my second thing was to loot, which that's within range of me. The Spellweaver's getting all the money. Now my turn is over. So, Archer, -1 for movement, +1 to attack. Ooh. Create a 3 damage trap in an adjacent empty hex closest to an enemy. First thing it's going to do is move. So it's got a base movement of 2 -1. So he's going to move 1. And there are no enemies within range. So I'm going to assume the damage trap that the archer creates in an adjacent empty hex closest to an enemy. So I'm going to use one of my Lego things here. And she'll put a trap on the ground here, represented by my little cross symbol, closest to an enemy, so right in front of her, basically. I think I did that correctly. Guard. They're both normal guards, so they have a movement of 2. Their ability says -1. Their attack modifier is 0, but they have a strengthen. And strengthen, I believe, gives them advantage. I'm going to grab a strengthen token just to remind myself that guard number 1, guard number 4 are both strengthened, so they get advantage on their turn. Now, they have a movement of -1, and their base movement is 2. So they're both going to move closer, but they're not close enough to attack. So really, the strengthen didn't help them. Yay. Spellweaver's already done her turn, so that is the end of round 5. I did a long rest, so my brute, I get 2 health back, and I get to choose which of these cards I want to get rid of. I get rid of Provoking Roar. I can remove the strengthen from these guys. Great. End of round 5. Oh, there's a lot going on in that room there. Okay, start of round 6. So I think I'm going to have my brute barrel through that door. So I'm going to pick Eye for an Eye and Spare Dagger. Eye for an Eye on top, so I get initiative of 18. So for the Spellweaver, I picked Mana Bolt and Frost Armor, with Frost Armor being what I'm using for initiative. Now I got Bandit Guards. Their card is going to be move 0, attack 0. And then the Archer, move 0, attack -1, range +1, but immobilize. Archer's initiative of 29, guard is 50, so my characters go first. This is where line of sight comes into play, because I've got a door. As long as the corner of my hex, I can see the corner of another hex, I have line of sight. So basically, both of these guys through the door, I can see, because I can go from the corner of that hex directly to the corner of that hex, I can see them. Whereas the Spellweaver, I would say, cannot see this guard, but can see this one. So I'm going to use the bottom of Spare Dagger to move 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to use the top as Retaliate. And I get 1 experience each time I retaliate, and I can retaliate for 2. Okay, so that turn, my turn is done. Didn't attack. Spellweaver. So I'm going to use Frost Armor, attack 2, range 3. 1, 2, 3. That guy's in range, and he's within line of sight because the corner of that can go through the door and get the corner of him. So guard number 1, I'm going to attack 2 plus my modifier -1. Yay. So attack of 1. Guard suffers 1 damage. And I'm going to get my actual damage token out for this. Bandit guard number 1, damage of 1. But on my bottom of Mana Bolt, I'm going to use heal with a range of... I can't because he's not within range. Well, then I'm going to move. I'm going to move into the doorway. Move of 1. Okay, so my turns are done. So the Archer has a base move of 2. So the only place it can go is this way. 1, 2. Attack. Base range of 3 with a modifier of +1. So a range of 4. 1, 2, 3. It can just get in range of the brute. But its attack is -1. So base attack of 3 -1. Its base attack is 2. With a modifier of +1, so it's going to do 3 damage and immobilize 3 damage, and my brute is immobilized. But I've already taken my turn, so whoop-de-frickin' do. Guard number 1, attack of 2 with a modifier of 1, so it hits for 3. Ouch! Monsters are brutal. I'm down to 3 hit points. Oh, but I retaliate. Right, that's kind of why I picked it. So the bandit guard who hit me actually takes 2 damage. So bandit guard number 4, base attack of 2, -1. Sweet. So he hits me for 1. I'm down to 2 hit points. Eugh. And retaliate for 2. So bandit number 4 takes 2 damage. And that is the end of the round. 2 experience points, 1 for each time that retaliate activated. So I gained 2 experience points, which are my little blue Lego studs here. That is the end of round number 6. And this says to shuffle, so to shuffle that back in the deck. Well, my brute is not looking too good. I think I might have to move him. I need to do short rest for my spellweavers, so I need to get rid of a random card. Get rid of it. This is difficult, man. I think I'm playing it correctly. Well, I gotta pick Frost Armor and Flame Strike. So for the brute, I'm gonna get toasted if I don't move. I'm going with Shield Bash. My intent is to use the bottom, which is Shield or to remove of 2. And then Sweeping Blow. Guard. Move -1, attack +1. Archer. Attack -1, target 2. But the initiative is 56 for the archer, 70 for the guard. So my brute goes first, initiative of 15. And I'm going to use the Sweeping Blow attack first because I can target both enemies. So it has an attack of 2. Be nice. -1. So I can do 1 damage to bandit number 1, which is enough. No, crap. Oh, so close. Bandit guard has a health of 5. Ew, would have been nice just to get rid of him. Stupid -1 modifier. Okay, bandit number 4. For frick's sake. -2, so I don't do any damage to guard number 4. Well, in that case, I'm definitely using the move of 2 because I need to get the frick out of here. 1, 2. Spellweaver, I'm going to attack guard number 4 with an attack of 3. 1, 2, he's 2 away, yeah. Oh, this is horrible. -2, so I only hit him for 1. Oh, but if I attacked the other guy, I would have got him. Brutal. Bad luck, I guess. All right, well, attack of 3, -2. I hit guard number 4 for 1. That means I'm going to use my Frost Armor. And for Frost Armor, what I get to do is, on the next 2 sources of damage to you, suffer no damage instead. And it'll put a Frost Infusion into the element table. So my turn is basically over. Now, I'm going to lose this card if I do this, but it's either that or probably die. Okay, again, the archer goes first. Has an attack of -1. First, it can move. It's got a movement of 2. So 1, 2. Its attack has a range of 3. It says to target 2, but there's only 1 within range. Archer is going to attack the Spellweaver. I don't need to actually, well, I'll still pick a modifier card anyway. Attack is 3, -1 is 2, +0, so it would have been 2, but I get to resist the damage. I get an experience point for resisting the damage. Guard's turn. Base move of 2, -1, so they can move 1. Move 1. And now he gets to attack. He gets +1 to his attack. His base attack is 2. Okay, so, well, base attack of 2. Attack modifier of +1, which is 3. And then +1, which is 4. So I get hit for 4. But I forgot, I resist the damage. I get another experience point. That's kind of why I did that, because I knew I was going to get brutalized there. But the second guard now can also move 1 and attack of 2, the modifier of -2, base of 2, attack modifier of 1, so 3, then -2, hits me for 1. My card is done, so this time I actually take the damage. I lose 1 hit point. That is the end of the round. No shuffle symbols anywhere. This card is now goes in my lost pile. That goes in my discard pile. These go in the discard pile. Oof. Well, I definitely have to get rid of those 2 bandit guards. Just so I don't forget, that was a trap of 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Round number 8. All right, Spellweaver, what do we got here? Kind of running out of options here, but I'm going to go with Fire Orbs and Reviving Ether, Fire Orbs on top. Still don't know which ones I'm going to use. Probably just going to use the base 2 attack or 2 move. And for the Brute, well, I'm going to use Leaping Cleave and Warding Strength. 32 is my initiative. Oh, my Immobilize is now gone. Forgot about that. I might have done that wrong. So much to remember. Okay, I'm going to flip a thing for the Guard. Move +1, attack -1. And for the Archer, move +0, attack +0. Okay, well that's... But their initiatives are both lower than mine, so they all get to go first, which is not good. So the Guard actually goes first. Neither one of them are going to move. They're just going to attack. So Guard number 1 has a base attack of 2, -1, so attack of 1, and gets nullified. So his attack is gone. So the second Guard, Guard number 4, modifier of 0, -1 from the ability, so attack of 1, hits me for 1. That's probably about the best I could have hoped for on the Spellweaver, down to 4 health. Now the Archer could move, but the range is 3. It's already within range, so it's not going to move. No attack modifier, but the base attack is 3. Oh, this could be nasty. -1. Whew. Okay, well, 2 damage. I'm down to 2. Both my characters down to 2 health. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I just have to retreat. I'm going to go with move. Oh, I can't. Crap. I think I might have screwed myself here. Well, I really kind of backed myself into a corner. I have to make a decision here. I got to be either bold or chicken out. I'm going to move 3, and I want to move so that the Archer can't target me. So I'm going to move to here, actually. And then my other card can't use it because it's an attack, and I just can't attack. And then for the Spellweaver, again, I'm going to retreat. I'm going to use move 3, so lower half of Fire Orbs, which is move 3. And same thing, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Put myself in a corner here. I'm going to recover all of my lost cards. So these are my lost cards. I'm going to recover them. But in doing so, I lose this card, and this puts that element into the infusion table. And that's the end of that round. I have enough cards. What do I have for cards here? I've only got 2 cards left. I'm going to use my... So this is the start of turn 9. Initiative 61. I'm picking Overwhelming Assault and Trample, my last 2 cards. Spellweaver. I'm picking Mana Bolt and Ride the Wind. I'm putting Ride the Wind on top, or a high initiative value, so I don't go first. Okay, Guards. Shield of 1, Retaliate of 2. Archer, move 0, attack -1, range +1, and immobilize. Well, I've seen that one before. So the Guards go first. And the Guards have a base movement of 2. They're both 3 away. 1, 2. He's actually not in range to attack. The second one can go 1. Now, he wants to go that way, but that guy's in the way, so he's going to go this way. And again, he is not close enough to actually attack. Now, the Archer has a move of 2. 1, 2. Nobody's in line of sight, so they can't attack. That was my plan. Just freaking hide. Now, the Retaliate of 2, I don't like. Who goes first? The Brute goes first. If the retaliating figure is killed or exhausted by the attack, then the Retaliate does not activate. Okay, so if I can kill these guys with my attack, their Retaliate won't activate. Okay, I'm going to use Trample, the lower half, which is move 4 with a jump, attack 2, and I can target all enemies I move through. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 would land me on this guy, so I need more than 4. So I'm going to use my Boots of Striding, which gives me, during your movement, add +2 to a single movement. So Boots of Striding, so now I can move 6. Well, I think I'm going to get rid of the 2 Bandit Guards here. So I'm going to move 1, 2, and -1. So I do 1 damage to Guard number 1, which kills him. Goodness. And since I kill him, he does not do Retaliate. Now I continue. 3, 4, attack modifier +0. That's fine because I do 2 damage. And he's got 3. His health is 5. That kills him. And then 5, I'll go to there. 6. He's gone. And then for my other one, I'm not going to, just not going to do anything. Those aren't my discards. I actually don't put that there. Now I lose since I used the trample, move 4, jump 2, that goes here. Spellweaver. I'm going to heal the brute, actually. I'll heal the brute because it's got a range of 1. So I'm going to heal the brute for 3. And then the other one just don't use. Beginning around, are we at round 9 or round 10? Anyway, that goes down to waning. Oh, I forgot. I used this card. I got 2 experience points for using that card. So much to keep track of in this game. Okay, beginning around 10, I think. So Provoking Roar and Sweeping Blow. Provoking Roar on top to get a low initiative. For the Spellweaver, so I'm going with Frost Armor and Impaling Eruption. And I'll put the Frost Armor on the bottom here. So I should be able to can that archer. So guards are gone now, so it's just the archer. The archer gets, initiative value of 14. Move -1, attack -1, and a 3 damage trap. So the brute goes first, initiative of 10 versus 14. And I'm going to go move, I'm going to use the bottom of Sweeping Blow, which is move 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm in the doorway. And I'm going to go attack of 2 with a disarm. Be nice, be nice, be nice. -1. Frick. Well, the disarm is really helpful. So disarm on the archer. Archer's disarmed. I do get 1 attack. So 1 health. Archer has 6 total, so not too bad. Now the archer goes. So the archer has a move and a 3 damage trap closest to an enemy. So can't attack, but can still move 2, -1. So it's going to move 1 away, and it's going to create another damage trap. In this case, it'll be right in front of me, and that's the end of his turn. The reason why I moved the archer back is in order to get within range of its attack. It would have to be, its attack range is 3. Couldn't move any closer. It had to move back at least 1 to use its ranged ability, even though it's disarmed. So that's why I moved it. Spellweaver. Well, so if I do a movement of 2, so I'm going to use the bottom half of Frost Armor to get a movement of 2. 1, 2. That puts me on this coin here. And then I'm going to target the archer with my Impaling Eruption, which has a range of 4. 1, 2, 3. And it puts Earth Element into the infusion table. I get an attack of 3. +1. Finally, a little bit of positive stuff here. So attack of 4. Experience for each enemy targeted. Well, I get 1 experience point. I do 4 damage to the archer. So I'm going to get one of my 5 tokens here. That almost killed the archer. And we are done that round. Oh, I should have used... You know what? This isn't cheating because my turn isn't over yet. I'm going to use my minor power potion. During your attack, add +1 attack to your entire attack action. So that would have given me 6 points of damage, which would be enough to kill the archer, which is what I want to do. So I'm doing that. Minor power potion gone. Archer is gone. Huzzah. Okay, I feel like I can regroup a little bit here. End of round. Those go down by 1. Now we're going to move that up to round number 11. Round number 11, both characters are going to do a long rest. Now, since there's no enemies anywhere, I don't have to choose any cards. Each of them I choose from my discard pile. So I'm getting rid of Overwhelming Assault. Hang on, did I accidentally put 2 cards in here that I shouldn't have? Gain my other cards back. I feel like I made a mistake here or there, but I can refresh my Boots of Striding. I get 2 health back. Same thing for the Spellweaver. I gotta pick a card to lose. So getting rid of Ride the Wind and gain 2 health. And I'm sitting on a coin, so I get to keep that coin. Start around 11. All the monsters in the next room are gone. All I need to do is open that door, but there's a trap in my way. And that trap is a 2 damage trap. So I either need to jump over it to get to the door. I don't have any disarm abilities, so it's either take the damage or jump over it. How many tiles away is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's 5 to the door. So this next turn is really just going to be moving. Okay, I really just need to get to that door and open the door. I'm not going to get there in 1 turn, so I'm going to have to take 2 turns to get there. For the Brute, I'm going to go with Grab and Go and Eye for an Eye. And then for the Spellweaver, I'm going to do Mana Bolt and Fire Orbs. So, start of the round. The Spellweaver goes first because the initiative is 7 versus 18. I'm going to heal the Brute for 3. That gets the Brute back up to full strength. And then the other card can't really do anything, so just going to put it in my discard pile. Then for the brute, I'm going to move 4, go around the trap, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go there. And then eye for an eye, not going to use, so that'll go into my discard pile. Okay, that gets moved. That goes up. This end around cleanup is quite easy. Start around 12. So for the Spellweaver, I'm going with Impaling Corruption, just for the move, and Flame Strike. I'm going to do Leaping Cleave and Warding Strength. Brute has initiative, so he goes first. Okay, I'm going to use my move of 3 with a jump. So initially I'm going to jump over that trap. And I'm going to burst through this door. So 1, 2, I still have 1 move left. But since I've revealed this room, I can now populate it with everything that's supposed to go in there. So we've got a table, another table here, so that impedes movement. There's a partial hex on either side, so those are actually blocked. You can't go anywhere there. Now there's a treasure chest in the corner, which is what my brute really wants to get. And we've got some living bones and 2 more bandit archers, just normal bandit archers. 2 living bones, 2 archers. There's actually a bunch of money tiles. There's 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and another money tile goes there. I'll draw a card for each of those new monsters. So living bones and archer. But I got 1 more turn for the brute. And I think what I'm going to do, this trap is a 2 damage trap. So I'm going to back into it so I can get rid of it. My damage trap is gone. I take 2 damage. And that way I've cleared the path for my Spellweaver to go through the door without taking any damage, because my Spellweaver only has 4 hit points. Anyway, that's the end of my turn. Now, since I opened the door, Archer has initiative of 14, and the Living Bones is 81. So actually the Archer is going to go before my Spellweaver. So the Archer has move -1, attack -1, and again, 3 damage trap. And that's for both of them. They're both normal, so they have a movement of 2, -1, so they can both move 1. And they can really only go there. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 5 away. Not close enough to attack, but is close enough to put a damage trap. Create a 3 damage trap in an adjacent empty hex closest to an enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So both of those hexes are equally close. I'm going to do a random thing here. 3 are below. I'm going to put the trap there. 4 to 6, put the trap there. Okay, so I'm going to put a damage trap here. I'm going to just reuse this damage trap, just remembering that it's 3 damage. In fact, what I'll do, I'll put 3 health markers on here, so I know that that's a 3 damage trap. Now the other archer can also move 1, and same thing, can do a 3 damage trap. And the closest tile would be here. Now I don't have any more trap icons, so just for now I'm just going to put these 3 damage things on the floor here. In the future I will get better damage tiles. Oh, what a bottleneck that is. For the Spellweaver, I'm just going to do move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets me next to the door there. Oh, actually, might as well end on the money tile. Might as well get some coins while we can. And then I can't attack because nothing's in range. Now the Living Bones go. Living Bones have a movement of 2. Oh, but they can target 2. And they have a +2 modifier. They're both equally close. So in that case, number 1 will go first. So 1, 2. Yeah, it's a melee attack of only 1, but they've attacked 2, but he's not close enough to attack. Same thing with this guy. He can go 1, 2. Not close enough to attack the brute. I think that's the end of the round. So, end of the round. Take my money. For the brute, I'm going to use Spare Dagger and Shield Bash, but I think I'm just going to use it for the move. So for the Spellweaver, I've got Frost Armor and Freezing Nova, and I'm going to put Frost Armor on top. For the Archer, attack 1, range 1, and Living Bones. Move 0, attack 0. So, okay, nothing for Living Bones. All right, who goes first? Brute goes first. Time to be bold. Okay, I'm going to use the bottom of Spare Dagger to move 2, but I'm going to move 1 into the door. And then I'm going to use Shield Bash to attack 4 and stun. And I'm going to attack number 8 there. So attack 4, modifier. Sweet. So I hit for 5. These things only have 5 hit points. So in one blow, I have killed the first living bones. And I get 2 experience points for using that card. Next up is my Spellweaver. I'm going to use the bottom of Freezing Nova to just move 2. And corner of that hex can see the corner of this one, so I can attack the living bones. So I'll use the top of Frost Armor. Attack 2, range 3, -1. So attack of 1. So the living bones takes 1 damage. Next up is the living bones. Well, they can't move because he's already where he needs to be. No bonus to attack, so he's going to attack the brute for 1 damage. That's easy. Oh, I forgot the modifier card. Aha! Forgot about the modifier. So his attack was nullified. And I gotta shuffle this back into the deck. Okay, archers next. Bonus to attack and a bonus to range. That's great. They have a range of 3. So Archer 1 gets within his range of 3. And we'll do an attack. Attack of 2 with a bonus of 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. Hits the brute for 4. Down to 4 hit points. Second archer. Oh, I screwed that up. The archer had a bonus of 1 to range, so actually the archer doesn't move because 1, 2, 3, 4, they're both 4 away. 3 plus 1, 4. Okay, so I moved the archer back to where it needs to be. The other archer, same thing, attack of 2, the bonus of 1 and a bonus, so it also hits me for 4. Oh crap, that's enough to kill me. So again, the rules say if I want to avoid the damage, I can choose to either suffer the damage or lose 1 card from my hand or 2 from the discard pile. Okay, so I don't have any cards in my hand. So I'm going to have to choose, since I don't have any cards in my hand, active cards aren't considered to be in my hand, I have to pick them from my discard pile. To avoid that 4 damage, I have to lose 2 cards, just randomly. So I just pick 2 and lose them. So I'm down to 4 cards. Eesh, this isn't good, but I keep my health up. And that's the end of that round. Now in both cases, both of them have to do a short rest, which means I lose 1 card from here and 1 card from here, which leaves me with only 3 cards left. I feel like I did something wrong. And I've got 3 monsters left. So time to bring out the big guns. Brute's got 4 hit points left, and I threw out all my good cards. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to use Warding Strength, which is on the next 6 sources of damage, gain shield, and Spare Dagger, attack 3, range 3. The only other card is loot and move. As much as I want to get to that treasure chest, I don't think I can do it. I feel like I'm going to die anyway. Read up on exhaustion here just to double check. Oh, I was able to choose which cards I got rid of. So actually I can take this back and see if I want to change which 2 cards I want to get rid of. Grab and Go and Spare Dagger. Those are the 2 I'm going to get rid of. I know I screwed that up, but not a perfect run through, that's for sure. I'll know more for the next time through. Okay, so now what do I want to do? Well, now that I did that and I was able to get a card which is beneficial, I'm going to do Warding Strength and Shield Bash. If I use Shield Bash, I lose a card. So Warding Strength and Leaping Cleave. Hang on here, I've only got 3 cards. This one's persistent. I don't know what to do because I've only got 3 cards left. 3 cards left and 3 monsters. Well, as much as I want to use the Warding Strength, I'm going to have to go with attack 4 and try to just get rid of that last enemy and then move to get out of range. So I'm going to go with Shield Bash and Leaping Cleave. Now the Spellweaver is one I got to pull out the big guns here now. So I've got Fire Orbs, which is attack 3, range 3, target 3. Oh, I do have a heal. I'm only going to get 1 more turn with the Brute, so the heal is not going to matter. Okay, we're going to go with Fire Orbs, and I really just need a move. Impaling Corruption and Fire Orbs. This could be it. Brute has initiative of 15, Spellweaver has initiative of 69. Okay, Archer and Living Bones. This is round number 15 now. Okay, Brute is going to go first, and what I'm going to do is, I figured out my strategy here. I'm using Leaping Cleave. Oh, hang on here. Oh, crap. I was all set to go with a perfect strategy, and then I realized the initiative for the Archer is 14, and it's 15 for the Brute, so the Archer goes first. Well, the Archer has a range of 3, so the Brute is within range. Oh, actually, no. The Archer's going to have to move 1. Okay, so a movement of 2 minus 1. So to there to get within 3. Now the attack is minus 1, so base attack Base attack of 2, -1 is 1. -1, little bit of luck never hurts. 2 -1, -1, that attack is 0. I got lucky with that archer. Oof. Next archer, same thing. Base movement of 2 -1. You need to get here to get within 3 range. They still create a 3 damage trap, which would put in the adjacent tile. So I gotta put another damage trap right here, actually. I hate that card. Damage traps everywhere. Next archer, 2 attack, -1, 1 attack, -1. Oh, sweet. Both of them whiffed, but again, another damage trap in an adjacent tile closest to the enemy, which there isn't one because there's a table in the way. So it's either going to be there or there. So again, I'm going to go 4 to 6 there, 1 to 3 there. We'll put the damage trap right there. So there's a bunch of damage traps all over the floor now. So the archer's turn is done. Now I can still pull this off because if I use Leaping Cleave, move 3 with a jump. But if I use my Boots of Striding, I can move up to 5. And since the jump lets me go over the traps and the obstacles, which the table is an obstacle, I can jump in behind the archers. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use my Boots of Striding and my Leaping Cleave. So 1, 2, 3, actually I'm going to move 5 or 4 to there. Now the other card is attack 4 with a stun and 2 experience points. And if I use this, I lose the card. Actually, I don't want to lose the card though. Because what happens if I have 1 card in my discard and 1 in my hand? I need 2 cards to play, right? So basically, if I lose a card, I'm considered exhausted and I can't play the next round. So I'm going to have to just use the 2 attack. So the top of Shield Bash I'll just use for the 2 attack. Doesn't matter which one I'm going to... Oh, I'm going to attack number 5 there. So be nice. +1, so attack of 2, +1 is 3. I hit that archer for 3 hit points. He only has 4 hit points total. Now I have to lose that card. I'm left with 1 in my discard pile. So I got 2 cards left, so I can play 1 more round. Next is my Spellweaver. So I'm going to use Fire Orbs for the move of 3. And I'm actually going to move 1, 2 over here. I've got everybody in range of my next attack. So target all enemies on the path to the primary target. So a bit of strategy here. Since there's a trap there, the monsters consider traps as obstacles. So the living bones cannot attack the brute. So since I've got this one archer down to 1 hit point, I think what I'm going to do is attack that archer just to get rid of it. So I've used my Fire Orbs. Now I'm going to attack 3 with a range of 4, and I'm going to attack that guy right there. So -1, so I get an attack of 2. That's good enough. That's good enough to get rid of that archer. So I'm down to 2 monsters. And I'm going to use my Cloak of Invisibility to turn myself invisible. I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn myself invisible. By using my Cloak of Invisibility to turn myself invisible, I cannot be targeted by enemies. This can go for 1 turn. So it's good for this turn. It'll go away at the end of the next turn. So I'm invisible. So that means the living bones, move of 2, and an attack of 1, target an enemy with all attacks, but it can't move into the trap, and it can't go around because there's obstacles everywhere. So no movement gets it closer to the focus target, which would be the brute. So basically, Living Bones just stands there and does nothing. Now my brute, I have 1 card, and I have 1 card here. But in order to take a short rest, I have to discard a card, which means I don't have 2 cards to play. So I think what that means is I'm exhausted. I cannot do a short rest because I've only got 1 card, and I've only got 1 card in my hand. So basically, I'm considered exhausted. And what that means is bye-bye brute. So I didn't meet my goal, but I can still win the scenario if I can pull it off with the Spellweaver. Now the good thing is I'm invisible till the end of the next round. So let's go to round 16 here. Brute I don't have to worry about anymore. What cards do I have here? I'm invisible, so I can't be focused on. So basically it's like I'm not there. So I still drew the card anyway just so I could see. I drew 539 for the archer and 519 for Living Bones. But since they can't attack, Doesn't matter. But I get to attack. I'm going to actually attack the archer, because that's the biggest threat to me, I think. First, I'm going to use my frost armor, because that's a persistent effect. So in the next 2 sources of damage to you, you suffer no damage. That'll be helpful. And then use my flame strike, the upper part, attack 3, range 2. So the archer is just within range. Banded archer has a health of 4. So oh, please, they'll give me a 2 times here. 2 times. -1, thank you. So attack 3, range 2, so I do 2 damage to the archer. Okay, end of the round. So the Living Bones has 4 health left, and the Banded Archer has 2 health left. Okay, I need to do a short rest, so I got to randomly lose one of these cards, and I'm going to try to do this in such a way that I don't know which card I'm losing. Randomly lose a card. Actually, I should do this with dice rolls. Lose that card. I've got 3 cards in my hand, and 1 there is a persistent effect. So, I better make the next couple moves here count. Oh, and now I'm no longer invisible anymore. So I got Flame Strike and Freezing Nova. Put the Freezing Nova on top, because I definitely want to go first. Okay, Archer, what do we got for you? Attack -1, target 2, doesn't matter because there's only 1 of me. And Living Bones, shield, of course, and heal. Boo! And it goes first, for crying out loud. All right, well, Living Bones has a base movement of 2. It's going to move 1 to get next to me, and it's going to attack with 1, but I can block that attack, and it puts the frost element into play, and then the Living Bones will heal, which only had 1 damage, so now it's up to full health, and it has a shield. Okay, well, I wasn't going to attack the Living Bones anyway, so whoop-de-doo. Now, I get to go next. I'm going to try to get rid of that archer. I'm going to use the bottom part of Flame Strike, so for attack 2, range 2. So archer's within 2. Be good, be good, be good. +2. Archer doesn't have any armor bonuses, so I just annihilated the archer, because I got 2 attack, range 2, +2, so it's 4 attack. Archer already had 2 damage, 4 health. Archer is gone. I just have the Living Bones. So, in that case, since I'm going to block the next attack anyway, I'm going to use then the upper part of Freezing Nova, attack 2, and immobilize. Attack 2, +0. Living Bones has a shield of 1, so I deal 1 damage back to the Living Bones. End of the round. I forgot to do a modifier for the Living Bones. I'll do that anyway, but I blocked the attack, so it didn't matter. Gotta remember. All this stuff I gotta remember. So, I can still win the scenario if I just get rid of the Living Bones. I have 1 card left in my hand and 2 in my discard, so I need to randomly lose one of these, which there's 2 of them, so again, I'm gonna lose this one. So 2 cards left in my hand. Basically, I'm doing Flame Strike and Impaling Eruption. This is round 18 now. Living Bones, another heal, garbage. -2 to move, so it can't move. No bonus to attack, okay. And it acts before me, so it's going to attack with an attack of 1 with a bonus +0. Doesn't matter, I absorb the attack. Basically, I need to get incredibly lucky here, or I fail this scenario. Both of my attacks are ranged, so I'm right next to the Living Bones. I need to use one of these to move. They both give me an attack of 3. So I'm going to use the bottom part of Impaling Eruption for just 2 movement. Actually, I'm going to be exhausted at the end of this turn because I'm going to have no more cards left. So I just have to get lucky and kill this thing. Okay, so I'm just going to move 1 away so I don't have disadvantage. I'm going to then use my Flame Strike for attack of 3 and a range of 2. So attack of 3, basically this has to be the luckiest card ever. I need this card to be +1 or better. Otherwise, I lose this scenario. Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't want to flip over the card. +1 or better. +1 or better. Oh, +0 did a heal. So basically that got healed. So actually I needed that to be 2 or better. So I only do 3 damage to the Living Bones, which wasn't enough to kill it. Now this card goes into my lost pile, which means I no longer have any more. Both these cards go into the discard, but I don't have 2 cards to play for the next round. So I'm exhausted, which means I have lost the scenario. A monsters won. I lost. I still get to keep the money and the experience that I gained. Now, the good thing about this game, the way they've got it structured is, you don't really die. You just become exhausted. Both of my characters became exhausted, so they didn't win the scenario. I still get to keep my experience points and whatever money I gathered. What it does mean, though, is I have to play the scenario again to be able to carry on to the next point. Since I didn't complete the scenario, both of the battle goals didn't get accomplished. Now, my Spellweaver collected 5 money tokens. Now, there's a conversion rate here. I'm playing scenario level 0, so each of my gold tokens are worth 2. So I'm now up to 12 gold total. And I get 3 experience points, which is not a lot. For the Brute, I actually got 6 experience. But the Brute did not loot any gold. So 2 gold total for the Brute, and 12 now total for the Spellweaver. Well, that's it. I failed this scenario, so I will try it again. I think this was, I'm kind of considering this like a practice run through because I know I made some mistakes. So actually failing it's not the end of the world, because I think if I run it again, I think I'll do better. Well, that's it for this scenario then. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit all this together. This is my first time doing something like this. I'm putting it on my Lego channel because, as you can see, and as I explained in the introduction video, I built some walls around my dungeon set here. So I'm using Lego elements within the game. So it's what I call Gloomhaven enhanced with Lego. I think adding the walls gives me a sense of confinement, and it just makes it look a little more real. And then wherever I can, I'm going to build obstacles out of Lego blocks as well. So thank you so much for watching this kind of trial run, I guess, of the first scenario of Gloomhaven. I will do a second video for hopefully what will be a successful run through of this first scenario. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week.